Hello and welcome back to another Average Joe Magic the Gathering video. Today I'm going to be talking about the pre-release at your local game store instead of just online on Magic Arena. As the weekend approaches, I'm sure a lot of people are excited that have gotten into Magic with the Arena and never actually gone to a physical paper pre-release. It's a lot of fun. You get a lot of opportunities to meet new people that share in your love for the game of Magic. So when you go to your pre-release, you will be asked to sign up and you get to pick your guild. If this is your first one or you're not quite sure which one to pick, just pick the one that sounds appealing to you. There's slight advantages to each guild and disadvantages to each one, but the majority of the time it's not going to make that big of a difference because you're getting 5 sealed packs and 1 guild-centric pack. Now the guild-centric pack will most likely force you into the color of the guilds that you pick, but at the end of the day it's about having fun, so just pick the one that you actually like the theme of and how you think it will play, or just go with the box picture and be like, hey, that one looks cool to me, I'm gonna play it. After you pick your guild, there are some things that you also want to think about. You should probably call in advance to your game store and see if you can reserve the guild that you want. Sometimes they will have so many people wanting a specific guild that they'll run out, so it's not a bad idea to just call them up and see if you can reserve one if you have a specific one in mind. If not, then just show up and grab what you can get and be happy. But speaking of showing up, before you get there, one of the things that you should do for yourself and for other people is shower. Yes, some of you people stink when it comes to pre-releases, and other people stink. Unfortunately, this is something that does happen, and a lot of people don't think about. They think that they don't smell, but you do. So just go ahead and shower and save everybody a lot of time and frustration with dealing with your stink. Alright, next up, you want to bring some pen and paper. This is really good for tracking life totals, keeping track of what your opponent plays, and just generally a good thing to bring to any paper event that you go to because it's going to be useful in a multitude of ways. If you don't have this, a lot of LGSs will provide it, so it's not a must buy or must get. I will also include a link down below in the description of a boogie board, which is a really cool little tablet that allows you to quickly write down life totals, hit a button, erase everything, and it's just really great, and I think it's like $14 on Amazon. Next up, we have dice. Dice are really good, especially the little tiny ones that you see in the picture here. They're good for whenever you put counters on anything, which if you're playing Simic will likely happen. Same with Gruul. The spin down life counter, the D20 that you see in the middle, you'll get one of those in your guild kit, so you don't need to worry about that. But even if you have just normal like Yahtzee dice, it doesn't matter. It's just an easy way for you to have a couple dice that you can put on your cards to show that they have counters. If not, there's likely going to be more experienced people there that have plenty of dice because you just accrued them over time. So it's just a really good thing to pick up, and if not, your local game store will also sell you some, and they will be useful in the future as well. So it's a good investment. Next up, we have sleeves. I personally prefer the Dragon Shield Maddie sleeves just because they shuffle well, they hold up well, and they last forever. Now, these are more expensive than some of the other sleeve options, but again, it's not like you're committing to this pre-release deck being your only deck. If you're just going to the pre-release and never plan to play paper again, then buy the cheapest sleeves possible. It does make the whole experience a lot more enjoyable and faster and better, especially if you grab some cards that are pretty good out of your packs. But if you do plan to play more paper Magic in the future, buying a set of sleeves is always useful because there is going to be something else that you want to sleeve up with them. So after the pre-release is done, you can always take the cards out and you still have your sleeves that you can put into your new standard deck or whatever it is that you want to sleeve up with them. So great thing to grab. And then as far as like just playing, there's lots of videos out there that show the different cards in the set and rate them and review them. But if you're new to Magic or just been playing on Arena and getting into it, and this is one of your first pre-releases, the best thing you can do is just go out there and have a good time. And if you want a competitive edge, there are more than enough videos out there that can teach you how to think when you're picking different cards to build your deck. Oh, and the last thing I want to talk about is bringing your own basic land cards. If you have played Paper Magic before and you have some basic lands, or maybe you got a gift or went to the open house that has basic land cards, it's always great to bring them. Normally your local game store will provide these, but they only have so many, and it's always nice to bring your own if you're able to. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and it helps you out at your pre-release this weekend. Have a great day.